Those stats are super sick. Guys, if you didn't actually see the Reddit post already, Overwatch, since it has come out, has taken over about 10% of League of Legends market share and has exploded into as the #2 most played game in Korean PC bogs, which is actually insanely massive for the future of this game, the future of competitive Overwatch. I cannot wait until we have our first international lands with North American and European teams, but can you even imagine the hype if Korea and China start getting good too? It's going to be insane.
It is going to be absolutely nutty. But we are getting into game now, finally. Sorry for the delays. It's going to be Dank Handsoap on the defense first here against Graviton Surge. Looking at that Dank Handsoap defense is going to be Supernova on the Lucio, Frankie on the Mei, Kenny on Mercy, Bobby on McCree, Sheppy on Reinhardt, and Peak going to be repping the defensive Widowmaker. So here it is already, Fish Sticks. Mei has made an arrival.
Yeah, and Mei actually has crept into folks' lineups in the last couple of tournaments. Just really rarely, but here and there, and it actually doesn't look terrible. I think it's just a matter of time until people figure out this character.
Yeah, no, and I think one hero limit definitely going to aid her odds here today. Meanwhile, looking here at the offense coming up from Graviton Surge is going to be Skipjack on the Reinhardt. Soon on the Widowmaker, Zebosai on McCree, Nevix on Lucio, Kratos on Mercy, and crew rounding things out here in the Pharah. So there it is. We talked about Pharah a little bit earlier. We're curious when we see some Pharah, and Pharah making her appearance here in King's Row. Do see her quite a bit, and Graviton Surge not wasting any time. Already moving through the first archway, and look at Crew. Crew has Mei in her sights. Mei in a rough situation is going the ice wall, trying to get out of there. Crew with the poke, and Peak going to get first blood of the game.
Oh yeah, Soon is coming over the top, and he's going to be sniping away. Widowmaker can do so much when unopposed, and Soon able to get 1 or 2 kills, but looks like he's kind of outnumbered now as the defense is collapsing from every angle. He's by himself, but he's still alive, still raining down shots from above, and I don't know what's going down for the defending team, but they cannot take out Soon right now. They don't have any DPS classes up, so they're kind of just holding on by a thread right now.
Yeah, no, Soon is able to get healed up, and he gets a beautiful shot on the Peak. There's 2 kills here for the offense as they move forward. Make it 3 as Zebosai and Nevix explode in the backline, and Graviton Surge very well on their way to taking point A with a bit of haste here early on King's Row.
Yeah, it's a decent time for the first point, captured in just about 1 minute's time for Graviton Surge, so nothing out of what we expected here. Graviton Surge did play in the takeover land last weekend, did pretty well, I think, so no surprise at all to see them doing well here as well.
No, not at all, and look at this. Zebosai and Soon not wasting any time, going for the spawn. Zebosai on a triple kill, takes out 3 people, looking for a 4th. Mei right now, trying to stay alive, is going to get taken out. Zebosai taking out 4 people in the backlines. And wow, the pressure coming out from Graviton Surge is very on point right now.
And ZP, if you take a look at the lineups for both teams, they're both only running with 1 tank, and it feels like this has been more and more common as of late, that teams are just opting to have the 3 DPS classes. What do you think of this recent trend, and what does hero limit mean with this trend as well? I mean, we might see it even more.
Well, I think part of it is that teams are looking to add as much DPS as they can while skimping on tanks and supports. And I think the reason for that is that there's a little bit more room for differentiation in DPS classes, more skill cap and all the rest. But here we go, the defense charging right in. Sheppy going for the Earth Shower, but does not get what he wants at all. The offense now turning right back. Skipjack with the double knockdown, as Soon absolutely feasting off of that opening. 4 kills for the offense as they roll in, and Graviton Surge going to get the second point in King's Row with quite a bit of haste. But yeah, I mean, to continue on the previous point, talking with teams, they just want to try and get as much DPS in as possible, and they've been cutting corners on both tanks and supports in recent times.
Yeah, of course we do see the Mercy though for both teams. Mercy is just so strong with her ability to damage boost and also resurrect. So not a surprise to see 2 supports at least here, but you know, we have seen 4 DPS even a little bit recently.
No, 4 DPS is in it. The Zebosai, the shield goes down, he gets the triple kill, Deadeye. Zebosai absolutely dominating for the side of Graviton Surge right now, making McCree work. It might just be 1 McCree, but it doesn't even matter. Zebosai doing the work of 2 to 3 McCrees right now, as Graviton Surge very close to getting to the next point, and that is going to be time. That is a very quick time here in King's Row.
Why was that shield dropped, ZP? Did he get stunned or something, or just put the shield down?
I'm not really sure what dropped it, because no, it couldn't have been a stun. There's only one McCree. And Reinhardt didn't charge into him. I'm not actually sure what stopped that.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
I was looking at that, I was like, all right.
But it happens.
So, here's soon, of course, soon with a very good Widow game to his own. And you brought up an interesting point in the last game, by the way, in terms of the support meta. I think the fact that Mercy Res charges so quickly is a big part of why teams have been able to sort of cheat a little bit on how many supports they bring and all the rest, because Mercy Res, I mean, it charges very quickly. Teams will have a Mercy Res on each side for every fight, and oftentimes you'll get to use it twice per fight. So if you're getting that much support power off of one support, you know, I think it's where teams go, okay, you know, we're going to ride the line on this and, you know, try and only run one support and see where it goes. And, you know, with Mercy having that little power right now, it's been working out in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and you know what else? You know, another hero that's really begun to establish herself as a complete staple of a lot of different maps is actually Widowmaker, and I suspect that we're going to see Widowmaker, I would say, on 4 out of 5 maps today throughout the tournament. I mean, especially on these payload maps, you're going to see Widowmaker almost all the time, even some control point points as well. But Widowmaker, super strong. Not just on defense, but also almost even more so on attack in a weird way.
Well, Widow's just one of those characters. You give someone a hit scan weapon that does 150 damage on body shot, 300 damage on a headshot. As people get more and more used to the game, get better tracking, aim, and all the rest, people are going to really stretch the limits of a character like Widowmaker, and that's sort of what we're seeing, where even situations where you don't have a huge amount of time to make great shots, top players are finding the ability to make shots in those situations, and as a result, the areas where you can use Widow just increase over time. So, as a quick explanation for those who are wondering why there's a timer in the top left, we are running stopwatch here today. 3:27 is the time to beat for the attackers of Dank Handsoap. If they do not get all the way to the end in 3:27, it will be GG for Graviton Surge, so they're under a lot of time pressure right here,
so
right now.
It's best of 1 at this early stage in the tournament.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna cruise through the bracket. It is 64 teams, so kind of necessary to do so here, ZP.
It's double limb, though, at the very least, so Dank Handsoap will have a chance to come back, even if Graviton Surge does win this map here. But speaking of Graviton Surge, looking at their defense coming out here, it is going to be soon on the Widowmaker, Skipjack on Reinhardt, Nevix on the Symmetra, Kratos on the Mercy, Crew on Junkrat, and Zebosai on McCree. And we'll see just how this early defense goes, but early defensive Junkrat King's Room making his appearance yet again, Fish Sticks.
Yeah, Junkrat has also come into the meta big time, mainly to deal with the opponent's Reinhardt shield. He's able to take it down so quickly, and this is actually going already so well for Graviton Surge. The first 3 kills easily picked up, make that 4, and they're going to get hyper-aggressive here, look for an additional final 2 kills. They're going to try to go for that Widow. The Widow does escape.
Well, what happened there is that they tried to chase down Crew into that building, but that's such a good position for Junkrat. The Junkrat is just able to back out, let someone hit the trap, throw out his mine, and throw out the spam, and they just got mowed down. And speaking of getting mowed down, soon with the double kill as Widowmaker, looking for more, almost got the Pharah as well. And really defense for Graviton Surge working on all cylinders right now. They've already bought themselves a full minute of time, and things might be already slipping out of reach here for the side of Dank Handsoap.
Yeah, they have switched it up now and are going to be running with a Reinhardt and a Winston, so while they might be technically, it might be impossible for them to complete the map as Crew gets a triple with the tire. Ouch, that's got to hurt. But let's see if this Winston pick works out for them, and maybe they can capture the first objective and get a little bit of confidence going into the next game from that.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't want to go into a game like this and not even be able to get the first point, but that might be exactly right to Zebosai taking out Peak with authority, being really aggro on the defensive McCree, but you know what? They can do that right now. They're working with a big time advantage, and if the defense wants to go aggro and do that, even if they get punished, it doesn't really matter that much right now. If they win one more big team fight here, it might be GG already, as Zebosai now is taking out 2 people in short order. Mercy will get that resurrection, though. The offense really on their last stand here, but not super coordinated as Crew picking up a double kill from the side. This is really rough right now for Dank Handsoap.
Yeah, and Dank Handsoap, they don't really have an answer to Widowmaker right now. They don't have a Genji, they don't have a Widow of their own, and it's just super difficult to really get the kills. I mean, Bobby is the only hitscan character, the only one really with a good chance of taking out Soon, who's just been racking up kill after kill throughout the map so far. And this one's one and done. Looks like it's going to be over here in just a second.
We have a tire on the way. Crew, not satisfied. One triple kill earlier. Might be getting way more. Gets another triple kill. Almost got even more off of that. And that is absolutely going to be the dagger in the heart here for Graviton Surge. They will move on. Dank Handsoap going to have to fight their way through losers, but Graviton Surge looking pretty good here today in the round of 64.
Yeah, absolutely. Graviton Surge is going to be a team to watch out for. Trying to break into the top 5 teams in Europe. See if they can do it. If they have a really good performance in this tournament, they'll make a good case for themselves, obviously. And yeah, man, Swedes, pretty good at esports. All esports, really.
No, definitely been the core of a lot of good teams. And I mean, the other thing we haven't talked about too much here in talking about Graviton Surge, I mean, you look at players like Skipjack and Nevix and Crew, they've been in since the very beginning. Zebosai as well. I think Nevix was in the very first game of Overwatch I ever casted, going way back in the day before even the first weekly. So this goes way back.
And actually, I'm just taking a look at the Graviton Surge roster. It's not all Swedes, guys. I just know Nevix and Zebosai really well. Those are the 2 Swedes on the teams. It's actually a combination of Frenchies, Germans, and Swedes rounding out this this eclectic European mix here.
Yep, so for those who are wondering, the game has been decided here. Graviton Surge will be moving on. We're just going to let them play it out until one team says GG, but very good defense coming out here from the side of Graviton Surge. Really, I mean, working on all levels. Crew was absolutely devastating on Junkrat. Zebosai consistent on McCree on both offense and attack, or sorry, offense and defense, and you know, soon in the back, good widow play as well.
Yep. No one's left the server yet, so we're still watching this one play out for you guys. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in, tweeting the link, and enjoying some Overwatch esports today. It is Saturday, of course, and we're happy that you've spent your time with us so far, and lots of good games coming up today. This is just the beginning, so it can only go up from here in terms of quality of matches.
Definitely. And we might pop around here. We did want to catch Envy as they went through parts of the bracket here today, so we'll see if their match is finishing up here in a moment. Definitely want to catch them. Nubris is another team that we want to catch here today. Of course, Nubris, right now they don't have too many official results to their name, but word on the street in regards to their scrim results has been very, very positive, so definitely want to check them out here today as they look to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, and actually it's crazy right now because we know for a fact, you know, they've been open about it. Teams like TSM are still desperately trying to find a team in Overwatch as quickly as they can. So performance in these tournaments this week, next week, the week after, every single tournament matters so much for these teams because it could allow them to get picked up by a top tier sponsor like TSM. So yeah, the pressure, while it's just a $500 tournament, the pressure is actually probably higher than you guys might expect at home.
Oh, absolutely. It's people just look at the tournament. And we'll talk about our sponsors here in a second while we have a brief downtime. But yeah, I mean, sure, there's prize money at stake. There's a lot of prize money at stake. In fact, prize money you can contribute by using our Match Arena link in chat. But there's more to that as sponsors are watching, and certainly I think there's a short list of teams that TSM is looking to pick up. So, you know, watch here today. You might see the next TSM team.